A man, Machiavelli production. Risker skirt that, broad skirt, tat that, Brahma bull rampant, slender, as admired. Machismo's ignited, punk waddles inspired. Rat-tat, rip that shit quick, pause that shit, they riff on fleek. Lil Chad's voice, spitting that tea. Unless your name is Steve, call us for free. On the real, that dude's starting to scare me. MADePAP, MADePAP. Oh, an imp is here
And we're back once again. I'm me, they're them, we're us. I'm low on meds, and we are the YouTube equivalent of Braille. Because when we speak, people feel us. Slender, you're still muted.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Feel us when we speak.
When we speak.
I'm at the bottom because I had audio issues?
I didn't put you at the bottom. I didn't put you at the bottom. I already adjusted it.
Wow.
And I didn't hear Imp say feel.
Oh, that's because you're deaf.
What the fuck? I do not have the level of medication to be dealing with that tonight. Right. Well, we're without Brahma because he hates us, apparently. Or he's prepping himself for my visit tomorrow. If you want to help me get there, you can add to the tip jar. To be fair, Slender does come across as a... okay.
Listen, if I'm on the bottom, I'm still in charge.
Slender started on the bottom, now he's here. Of course, I think was it Kendrick Lamar who applied that about Drake anyway, so same deal. Whatever.
Only if you want to sing in the key of A minor.
Okay. Dude, you tempt me so much. Hey, Grant. All right. So I guess we'll go right because I don't know what we usually do before we do this. So we're gonna do this. Who's ready to hear your Russian horoscope?
I'm ready.
I'm scared.
Hold on. I got somebody just sent me more horoscopes. My God, I'm not doing all of these. I'll save those for next time. Anyway,
Please enlighten us what President Putin has in store for us.
Hey, Lily. All right, so let's see. Aries. Any Aries in the house? All right. It is recommended to put a bag of cement on your head so that no one bothers you.
Mixed or unmixed?
Ooh.
Great question.
Favorable time for lice to grow.
If it's mixed, the cement will help with that.
The stars recommend going to the market and buying a few kilograms of pig wool. Do you know that?
Pigs make wool?
Uh-huh. In Russia, they do. The evening is suitable for belly dancing with strippers from the Soviet Union.
Who would have thunk?
Any tourists in the house?
Those would be old strippers at this point, wouldn't they?
Right. Yeah. Any tourists in the house?
I'm a Taurus.
All right, this is for you.
This is the time to get the horns. Okay. All right.
It's time to make. If my hands weren't busy, it's time to make love with a cold beer. In the morning. In the morning, you can easily find a job. For example, playing the goosely and masturbating in the toilet. Astrologers advise taking on the role of a conductor for demons. You
Like a train conductor or like a conductor for an orchestra of demons?
it says your choice.
Oh.
You can start to consider yourself a dwarf in retirement. What? You can't retire from being a dwarf, can you? Well, I guess a working actor. Okay.
Interesting. Very interesting. How do they know me so well? These
Right.
I didn't
I mean,
know
these
that I could.
horoscopes are spot on.
Wait, who was looking for a job recently?
Little Chad. But he's
just
not
a
a
Taurus.
yeah,
Oh,
he's a
Virgo.
yep.
Sorry that opportunity is not available for you.
No, but I make love to beer and masturbate in the toilet like every day.
Gemini. This day is good for starting to eat mushrooms and yell like a wolf among Scrooges. All right. The fight against common sense is favorable.
That is an accurate statement about Gemini.
You will be able to achieve success in the field of stealing pies. You know that field. Oh, it's a hard field to get into, but once you get it, you know, still
Yeah.
pies.
I hear it's a cherry industry.
That shouldn't have made me laugh. Your chest is ideal for growing beautiful eyebrows. That's just wrong.
To pies and melons.
Oh, maybe you could have like nipple brows instead of eyebrows because they'll be above your nipples.
I mean, most peaches have fuzz.
If only they had that in the Batman suit, right?
You know, pizzas actually come from a can. And
They were put there by a man.
Who works in a factory downtown?
hey, Jane. Jane, what's your sign? Hopefully we haven't got to it yet. Cancer. Who's that, Imp?
Yeah, that's me.
Don't be afraid to start the day by browsing porn sites in your refrigerator. I'm guessing they're talking like a smart fridge.
I
Maybe-
guess.
Maybe they put their cell phone in the refrigerator to save the
Oh,
battery.
Yeah. The
And
stars.
like, why take it out of the refrigerator when you can just
'cause
immediately
open the
jump
door.
into the porn sites in the morning?
Yeah. The stars strongly recommend shaving your legs, ears, and fingers.
Hmm.
You may be accused of being an alien mold. Okay.
That's a.
Oh, wait, that's not all.
Oh, there's more. Cool.
Yep. You can make your navel smell like a wood louse. That's the end for Cancer.
Aye.
Leo, the best sign. In the morning, it is advisable to start gnawing on the door of your house. It will be calmer. Okay.
That has been recommended by these horoscopes before.
I don't know. That's the first one.
I remember something about chewing on a door, or licking doorknobs, or gnawing on a door. I don't know.
Trips to Abagazaha to teach gypsies to masturbate are not excluded.
Hold on. Is that a reference to your upcoming bro sleepover?
I
It
thought
could be.
masturbation was instinctual.
You can play the role of a drunk orthopedist.
He is going to hang out with Brahma. He might have to teach him.
Do not drink
First,
from the
put down the razor.
do not drink from the toilet, otherwise you will suffer the fate of Lennon. Lennon comes up so much in these. I don't know why.
I mean, that's the second toilet reference today, so
It's hard to tell if they like Lennon or they
Or
hate
they
him.
don't. Yeah. You may want to break dishes. All right. Virgo. Any Virgos in the house?
Yes, sir.
This period is favorable for committing crimes against humanity and increasing the number of cutlets in your pocket.
It almost sounds like they're like, Chad, you're never going to find a real job. Become a supervillain.
I mean, I've
Oh,
started considering it.
It's
You'd be the quietest supervillain
Lenin.
ever.
It is Lennon, not the other Lennon.
linen.
Or Lenin? Is that how it's pronounced?
Linen, like the fabric.
I mean, yeah, he'd be a quiet supervillain, but he might be that scary quiet. I think he could do it. He'd have to work on it, but I think he could do it.
You can rent a car, go to Anapa, and shoot pornography. Really heavy on the porn this week.
I don't like this thing. It's trying to imply I need to go to your bro sleepover with a camera. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not documenting
Well,
what happens.
they say everyone gets their start in gay porn before they get to the
True.
good stuff. So.
I know.
True.
Matt is going to fluff quarter black. It's going to be interesting.
Try to break your.
And then Chad, as the director, is going to be like, no, you're doing it wrong. You stroke it like this. You got to get a little angry with it.
Alex, get in here. Try to break your forearm on the nightstand. This will help you to distract yourself. See, that's good advice.
Well, if you don't have a forearm, how are you gonna? Never mind.
Breaking your
And
forearm on the
got a
nightstand.
first
Is
tip
that
of the
like
night?
an 80s rock version of a masturbation reference?
I think so at this point.
got our first tip of the night for $1.87, and it's a super sticker that is of Chad being jealous of my awesomeness.
Is it
Awesome
actually?
super sticker.
Did you verify it was $1.87 and not like
I
1870?
see the dot.
Did you?
You
Yeah, I
didn't
see
see
the
the dot last time.
There wasn't a dot last time.
Yeah, last
Hey,
time you had
hey,
that was
last
the
time you
problem.
had dyslexia.
What was your exact quote? Thanks a lot for that dollar. It was-
that is not how I said it. Fuck off. Where am I at? Libras?
you did say it like that. You were like, you're for your barely $1 tip. I guess I'll acknowledge it.
Thanks, peasant.
No. This is misinformation. This is rewriting of history. I'm being liberaled. Libra.
You basically said, I'm better than that.
Libra. We have Libras that are waiting.
And then I'm pretty sure right after you said that, you were like, yeah, I'll pull a dark side, Phil. Give me more money.
Mad said,
mean-
I am a fancy man going on a bro sleepover. You do not just tip me $1 and expect me to consider it worthwhile.
Ha, your story's falling apart because I didn't know I was. Well, wait, I think I was. I
Yes,
think
you
did.
did.
Anyway, Libra. In the morning, you may find that your head consists of fat and bones.
Okay.
The events of
Isn't that true for everybody?
the
I don't think
Yes.
there's any fat in my head.
I mean,
Oh, there's
yeah,
a lot of fat in your head.
in your head?
You're-
Shut your fucking mouth, imp.
yeah.
Hold on a second, wait
we
a
all know
second.
what you have in your head with your bombs and your
Cholesterol.
guns.
Okay, cranberries. Isn't like cholesterol is a main base factor for brain
Oh, here comes Mr. Science.
chemistry?
No shit. I
think we had an email last time saying stop with the science or some shit.
We had also a tip for more than $1, but it didn't keep us from just railroading right through that to do what we wanted.
The events of the day suggest the growth of the ass and a blow with a shovel.
As in the ass, like a donkey type ass.
We go over this every time. No idea.
probably, maybe, not sure. Who knows?
There is every opportunity for rapid growth of hair in the navel.
I mean, that's just factually true every day.
Try to become like a normal idiot. Do not trust the boss. I don't think anybody should trust Bruce
Hold on.
Springsteen with his politics.
Is that a reference to Culture's spouse?
No. Scorpios. Any Scorpios? Today, you may be tempted to start gnawing your ass. Try to find a new hobby. For example, lying on the floor and waiting for the weekend. That's a pretty good hobby. You can
Everybody's working for the weekend there, man.
You can
Everybody's
easily
gnawing for
turn
it.
into a huge squid. Nighttime robbing, bee stings, and Tula cats are possible.
There's so much going on in that statement.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's time for the Sagittariuses.
Sagittarius?
Sagittarius? Did I say it right this time?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
I have, well, mine's in Russian, so I'm having to translate this. Sagittarius.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's what it is.
In the morning, you may find that you are tired. That is probably the most accurate. thing
Tired of
they've
hearing
said.
you mispronounce these words.
The stars advise you to become a big inflatable cucumber with a narrow belly.
As you do.
In the afternoon, you may have a desire to give birth to Christ. So I guess this is for the women.
Don't we all though? Right? Like that'd be cool as shit.
Avoid places where people behave like dogs. All right,
The internet.
Capricorn. Y'all exist somewhere. Try to behave like a human being. Fucking fuck you, Capricorn. The stars recommend wearing clothes made of pigeon wool. Everything makes wool.
I guess.
Evidently.
You can become the head of the Department of Psychotropic Drugs. The end. Astrologers advise buying an inflatable woman. She will rule the universe. Yeah, I did say Taurus already. You can just pretend like this next one's yours. Aquarius. Did I say that one right?
Pretend like this next one's yours. That's a way to go.
This is all generally good advice. Yeah. You will feel like a fish in a pond with demons. Okay. This day is ideal for smoking moss and doing a backflip. You may develop a new habit of lying without pants. That's Lying, lying without pants. Making bug sounds. Don't be afraid to jump behind the closet. And last and certainly least, Pisces. What are you doing down there, little Chad?
I am loading up a fan-made photo for your show.
Man, I saw that. I almost said I almost dead named you. Looking at that. This is a great time to try yourself in the role of a trainer of sadistic courtesans from horror films. There is a chance to achieve success and buy yourself a horse with wide nostrils. You gotta get those wide nostril horses for, breeding.
Those are the best kind, really.
Your sensations will be similar to hallucinations about dinosaurs. Don't be afraid of sudden movements.
I mean, that's an appropriate horoscope for the Bone Wars show.
We're just going to end on that one and move into the show, right?
No, we have mailbag. Don't forget.
Oh,
We
right.
do?
We do. I have a lot of mail, actually. Like no cap. A lot of mail. And if you want to participate in mailbag, all you got to do, you can email us at madcheesemo@gmail.com, or you can call and leave a voicemail at 726-610-5357. Check your local carrier for additional fees and or prohibitations.
Definitely prohibitations.
That is the best legal disclaimer I've ever heard presented.
I nailed it, right?
I know.
Although the mailbag's lit tonight, voices from the void out of sight. We'll reply to your DMs and your calls. Let's see what's up in these digital halls. Skirt, 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 as the night plays, the groove still here. Your voices linger crystal clear. So keep sliding, keep dialing through. This is our mailbag groove where dreams come true.
Oh, God. Sorry, I'm just looking at the freaking mailbags.
Did
are they bad?
Did Sherry send you?
Yeah. This word was voted the grossest in the English language. A, smegma. B, moist. C, engorged. D, phlegm. The answer is A, smegma. You go out of your way trying to find this shit.
Sherry is excited. Poor Brahma, she's going with a different angle for the avatar, and he's missing it.
All right, here we go. Hello, this is Brant. Yep, Brant Gregory. First off, this ain't weird. Let's just get that out of the way. This is a totally normal, completely heterosexual letter from one grown man to another grown man who he thinks about when Nickelback songs come on. Again, normal. I just wanted to write this because something is...
Look at Mad's photograph.
Sometimes, no, you're not cloning me, replacing me. sometimes it's hard to say stuff. That's a deep cut. If anybody knows the conspiracy theory behind like his wife being cloned, forgot who it is.
Ex-wife. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's a widower because he murdered her and
I was gonna
replaced her.
say she's dead now.
She's dead. You know that. You know, with the Avril Lavigne dead naming is literally calling the new one Avril Lavigne because Avril's been dead.
She
For
should
Yeah,
years.
that's cultural appropriation. That's not your name.
she should have stuck with the skater boy, but I guess she said, "See you later, boy."
Matt, I'm going to tell you that one of my proudest moments in YouTube history is getting Slender to fall down. The Avril Lavigne was body doubled rabbit hole live on a show.
I didn't believe it.
I made
Then
the
I
joke.
learned the truth.
He didn't believe it, and so he started looking it up, and then just 10 minutes later, oh my god, she is a body double.
Is this
All
like
right.
Padme and Amidala?
Oh, Keira Knightley and
Yeah.
Guys, a lot of email, like a lot of bag mails today.
Okay.
Well, then it sounds like we're gonna get a lot of show.
I just wanted to write this because sometimes it's hard to say stuff, like with words out loud while looking directly into your sunglasses that you wear indoors. Anyway, you've been my bro since the day we met at that Chips Fan Expo cult recruitment thing.
Okay.
I always play Punch. I go, hey, I'm Punch.
you, the 70s California Highway Patrol is the only police department you could have lasted until retirement.
I don't know why that is.
Because half of your traffic stops could have ended with, we can work out some alternate arrangement, miss, if you want to not get this ticket. No body cams. You would have just gotten high fives if they found out what you did.
We're still on the first email. You remember I was the guy crying because I couldn't get into my bike uniform anymore, and he helped me slip it on. You even shaved my back before my cousin's wedding, twice. And you didn't even flinch when I asked for a fade on my lower back patch. That's loyalty. That's love. Not gay, though. Just two bros shaving each other with emotional clippers. You feel? You get me, Mad Cheese. I've never met this person. When I'm around you, I feel like I can finally take off the weighted vest I've been wearing on my heart. Not literally vest. A totally gay. I am not about that life. Anyway, thanks for the dick pic. Look, I'm not saying I'm in love with you. I'm just definitely not saying that I am not, nor have I ever not been. Anyway, see you on stream. Don't tell Imp about this. I know he gets jealous of our relationship, like he even exists. I made you a mixtape called Bros Before Existential Woes.
I think Lily of the Valley is the best one. I think this is AI.
It's not even a mixtape. It's not. It's from Brent Bregery. It's not really a mixtape. It's just the best of D'Angelo. Oh, and Creed. Aw.
Sounds
I
like
guess
somebody
because-
created their own prison.
Well, yeah, when he's not with me, he feels like he's in his own prison.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to voicemail real quick. We'll mix it up. Voicemail.
Yeah, hi. This is Jeremy Rivers from Westeros, and I was just wondering, what bones were they fighting over? Right? It's a bone war. Like,
Real quick. The bones are not sentient. They're
what bones? Is it a bone? Many bones? Whose bones? Astrodons? Let me know. Thanks for everything you do.
Watch the
Mad-
fucking
Mad
episode and you'll
Pap
find
people.
out.
Jeremy Rivers, signing off.
I knew he was going to say signing off. Sorry.
I don't know who that could have been as Sporking
No
News
idea.
podcast.
Never heard that.
Several minutes before this was even played, just put Rivers in the chat.
I think that he came in thinking we have already passed the mailbag section. All right, hold on. All right, let's get to another email. To whom it may concern, as a self-licensed oceanic private investigator, all right, I can assure you that the majority of, and this is in quotations, shark attacks are actually sea turtles suffering from rabies. It's why
Son of a bitch.
it's why we refer to them as the raccoons of the sea. Similar to
Hold on, so that means Shredda was doing the world a service
I guess so.
When she took out all those little turtles.
I think it was this one. Similar to vampiric behavior.
She only acknowledges one.
Similar to vampiric behavior, sharks are completely docile as long as your blood remains in your body. That's a weird way of wording that.
Do not breach the skin.
This is why 75% of shark on human attacks involve menstruating women.
As you do.
Okay, I'm not making this up. My wife is deathly afraid of going in the ocean if it is that time because she's like, a shark will attack me. And I was like, I don't
Apparently
think that's
so.
actually going to happen.
And I thought they attracted bears.
Postscript. If you have any unsolved ocean-based crimes needing investigating, I am taking on new clients. Half up front, and clients are required to provide malt liquor.
Wow. I think this is something worth taking up at least once to see, just what they can discover about aquatic mysteries.
Okay, I'm going to check the voicemail one more time. I got one left. Okay, so we'll do this last one. Last voicemail. Here we go.
Just wanted to give you guys hey guys, it's me. Just wanted to give you guys an update about what's happening with me. I know, Linda. Thank you, Linda.
Oh no.
Man, these sisters be all up on nuts. Anyway, so parole hearing didn't go good.
Did Steve kidnap a woman?
No. It may not came clear, but whoever Linda was said that group therapy is about to start.
Oh, okay. So Grant is pointing out that Linda always interrupts. Damn it, Linda.
No. Anyway, so parole hearing didn't go good. Apparently, projects that you make in arts and craft are admissible. I did not know. They were a little off-put by the imp figurines that I made out of popsicles. I only use the cherry because it makes me think of blood. Anyway.
Sorry. Hold on. Okay.
And Jerry, if you put your finger in my fucking jello one more time, I'm going fucking 12 monkeys in this bitch. I see you. Anyway, hoping to get a spoon soon, and then I'll start making my way to you, imp. So that's it for me, guys. T's and P's, thoughts and prayers for me. Bye.
All right. Well, I hope he does better next parole hearing.
Yeah.
For imps, I don't like how he put so much effort into the P in imp.
Like you really enunciated it.
Yeah, like imp.
Yeah, imp. You got to make sure that pops.
Anyway, imp. Any thoughts?
When I'm armed.
As you should be.
Well, good on you.
Well, I guess
how to booby trap doors.
So he's in a jail and mental. Oh, you walked into mailbag. Feel like it's a mental institution with the Jello, the arts and crafts, and the
group therapy.
Yeah.
I like this one. Lindsay, I ask that question every single time I end up here from Jane.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess it's time to get into the Bone Wars.
By the way, Jane, make sure you go to your base and you refresh your shields. You're like on the end of getting a lot of damage next sandstorm in Dune.
And that does it for your Dune update.
But not the Bone Wars.
Okay, that's actually pretty clever. That's actually pretty good.
And you were making fun of me for having that ready to go.
Yeah, no, like I'm keeping that. How do I save it?
I
It's
think
on. It's on X. McCracken did it.
McCracken's the man. Saving that one.
I like the look. It's like Anakin. You have disappointed me.
I have the higher bone. I mean, the higher ground.
He's like, Anakin, I know Reva's not dead. How come you couldn't finish the job?
Ugh, Reva. What's up with him and Reese? All right, well, you ready to get us going?
Yep, I am ready to get started on the
Your
Bone
bone is
Wars.
bigger than mine.
Slender to Mads. Slender, do you any comment on that?
No comment.
Bone.
Hold
pigs
on,
in
hold
harmony.
on. I'll get a bigger one.
Oh, that's not bad. Are you eating this bone in the pitcher? I guess noticed like a sandwich.
They're tasty.
It does kind of look like a pita, doesn't it?
No.
We lost Jane to Dune.
Wow, you don't have to tell people.
You can just leave it on. You can just leave it on in the background to let Mad get some hours.
Also, this is great to listen to in the back as you play a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
There we go.
Oh, I don't like that one.
Oh no.
No.
Look at the size of that bone.
It's a creepy bone.
I don't like the really,
face?
It's like powder.
This is
got AIDS.
horror movie Professor X over here.
Ooh, look at Powder got a PhD in boneology. We can go on.
No, to unzoom that. No.
There, we'll just do that part.
Makes it so much better.
All right. So we're gonna start with Othniel Marsh, born in.
AIDS. I thought that's how he became that way in the first
He didn't already
place.
have that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was born with it.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I get what you're going, man. I almost made the same joke.
Couldn't help it.
Yeah, this is here you go. Really looks like Powder grown up. This is after Powder like went to college, got a lot of student loan debt, and now he's totally dissatisfied with the choice of career he went with.
The disenfranchised youth of America.
Orphan of the American dream.
Instead of white pick. Okay.
It looked so much cooler when Indiana Jones was doing it.
Dr. Grant. I wanted to be Dr. Grant, and no, I didn't.
They're probably like, Powder, why do you have a bull whip with you in the office? There he goes. He's humming it again. Dun, 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 dun. Stop calling me short round. Not all Asians are short round.
No, some of them are. It was like, what was his name in Goonies? It was the same kid.
Yeah.
Data.
Dr. Powder tried to rip my heart out. If only he chanted, oh, dosa.
All right,
And then he covered up his mouth slightly and went, cover your heart in me. This is so weird. He's doing both roles.
He thinks it's a one-man show over here.
Hey, Tina.
That he can just do that. All right. So,
I wonder if Grok will let it do that.
wait. Sunlight. Why did it have to be sunlight? All right. So Othniel Marsh was born in Lockport, New York. He was the son of a struggling farmer. Uh-oh.
His name was Marsh?
One of the people we're going to be speaking about tonight was named Marsh.
Okay.
Marsh's mother.
Lockport or Brockport?
It
It's-
definitely
it's-
PG'd it down, but it still showed its inner racist. Hold on.
It's a I have it as Lockport, New York. But,
Okay.
so
No, that's a real place.
all right.
Oh, is that near Buffalo?
Actually, it is. It's
Nailed it.
Western New York.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ooh. No, no.
When did you become a luchador cannibal?
I said have him perform an Aztec heart removal ritual. And this is what it did.
That is
I
Nom,
love
nom,
that
nom,
it-
nom, 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 nom.
all right. So
don't
Marsh's
like it.
mother died when he was 3 years
You
old.
look. Oh, sorry, real quick. You look like what was that movie where a chick fell in love with the fish?
Oh,
Something of water?
the water.
Oh, The Shape of Water. Oh no,
The Shape of Water.
you look like the water-based person from Hellboy.
Oh yeah. The fish dude.
The
You know,
merman.
you know, Mad, that was played by the same actor too.
Oh, was it really? Yeah, I knew that.
Really?
That's why I brought both
Yeah.
of those up.
He's
Wait, does he
the-
really look like that?
Well, it was
The-
Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, he was born
right?
that way. They don't even
No,
do
no,
makeup.
no. He's the same guy who did the Silver Surfer in the Fantastic Four movie. He's basically super thin and very tall, so they love using him for like makeup characters. It's
Right. So Marsh is born in
Yeah.
Buffalo, New York.
He's born in Buffalo, New York. His mother died when he was 3 years old.
They always do in these stories.
His father just wanted him to just grow up to be a field hand on the family farm. But
He wanted to go fight pirates.
No, Marsh was into science.
Ugh.
Oh no, not
And
the
he was
science.
lucky because his uncle was a wealthy banker.
So you're saying he was into telling lies.
Sweet little lies.
Science? Lies?
Trust me, I am the science.
Yeah, trust the science. Because I
so
made it up.
Well,
Did we lose someone?
Apparently, Imp got so fed up with our jokes that he left.
Or
I
maybe you
hadn't even
scared him
started
off.
yet.
So,
I've not yet begun to be funny.
Ever? Wait, what?
So Marsh, with the connections from his wealthy uncle,
Marsha!
was able to go to Phillips Academy, then moving on to Yale, where he became one
How
of the,
is Punk Waddle ahead of me? I'm off my game. I might have to take some PTO or something.
Don't worry. It won't last.
I can't lose you.
So he became one of
Aw.
the few university-trained paleontologists in America.
He became the what? The how many?
One of the few.
Oh.
The document I was given didn't give me a number, so he's just a part of the few. Like, the Marines, the few, the proud, the paleontologists.
Yeah, the few, the proud, the people who made up their entire industry.
Exactly.
Whoa! Somebody, wait! You don't believe that dinosaurs are real?
No.
Do you think it's a conspiracy where they were littered in different parts of the earth by the devil so that people would be confused?
No,
and not believe the Bible.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's paleontologists just trying to justify all the money that they get from Big Boner.
Big dinosaur.
Big boner.
Big fossil.
Gotta look out
You-
for big boner.
It's all about it. All goes back to oil. It's big fossil fuels.
You can't tell me that nobody remembers. Okay, that's probably accurate. You can't tell me that no one remembers dinosaurs when the Earth is 6,000 years old.
You can't tell me it's not worth fighting for.
Mad, can you explain to me how the dinosaur stuff works with the flat Earth?
Yes, they're beyond the wall.
The dinosaurs live
Out there
beyond
with the
all.
wild ones.
With the Nephilim and the giants and all the rest.
Oh, hey, got a $20 tip from Eric K, one of our biggest supporters of the show, and says, "Is this thing on?" Yes. Asked and answered.
It's as on as it's gonna be.
As on as we ever were.
Yeah, this is about as on as we get.
All right. So, in the late 1860s, he studied as a graduate student at 3 of Germany's greatest universities during the Civil War, draft dodger, and he became,
Sorry.
He's like, no, I can't fight in the Great War for America's soul. Why? I have to study bones in Germany.
What's going on, Eric?
So Marsh dodges the draft and becomes a paleontologist. Edward Drinker Cope was born.
You
in
think he had bone spurs?
Oh boy.
Matt, it's your show, and normally we're not allowed to, but
No, no, that was awesome.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yep.
Okay.
all right.
Hey, look at this
Okay.
Nazi archaeologist.
All right. So Edward Drinker Cope was born in 1840 into a rich Philadelphia Quaker family. You know, the ones who made the oats. And he loved science as a kid, taking classes at the Academy of Natural Science in Philadelphia. He grew up among naturalists and scientists and was schooled in the Enlightenment style of genteel amateurism.
You know, it has to be good if I'm going to highlight her. Bonjour, Eric.
Well played.
That may be the comment of the night.
All right. I'm feeling better about my jokes. Thanks, chat.
So he grew up among naturalists and scientists and was schooled in Enlightenment-style genteel amateurism, where educated men practice science for pleasure, not for profession. And
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
What kind of science is it?
I practice science for pleasure all the time.
Is this like the Russian science of beer and?
that would be genteel amateurism.
That would be explain why we have no cure for cancer. Like, what? We're doing this for fun, guys.
We're not doing this for science or educational or
Saving people.
yeah.
Oh, you thought we were trying to help? No.
We just figured out if Mentos and Diet Coke go well together, what else explodes?
So Cope began with drawing sketches of dinosaurs when he was 9 years old, developing a passion for paleobiology. He yearned to understand the natural world, but didn't have a PhD because American colleges didn't offer them.
What? Oh, okay, so that makes sense.
Oh, that's why scientists could actually science back in the day. They didn't go to college.
Well, if they did, no, they go to college. You just don't get a PhD. You got to go to Germany for that.
So, speaking of that, Cope also went to one of Europe's great universities on his family's dime, avoiding the Civil War draft just like Marsh. And they met in Berlin while both studying there in 1863. So they were in Germany during that time. Marsh was 32 and had 2 university degrees, while Cope was an amateur gentleman scientist with no degrees who convinced his parents to send him to
Gentleman
Germany.
scientist.
I'm a gentleman. I'm an amateur gentleman scientist.
Can we also
I'd like to go professional, but it's just.
I haven't been to finishing school yet, so my science still has some rough edges.
Can we
I'm still
also
in the
acknowledge
fall.
how much higher education was a scam that even then Berlin was like, sure, we'll take your family's money. You can study here. Do you have any degrees? No. That's okay. The check cleared.
Don't forget about Brinkley when he gets bought his to sew goat nuts into men nuts.
True.
Also,
Mixed nuts.
It rings about as true as, hi, I am a self-certified oceanic private investigator.
But I want to be a pastafarian.
So Marsh was a bald and bearded Darwinist, while Cope was a handsome gentleman with a shock of blonde hair who didn't believe in natural selection. So they were Professor X and Magneto, effectively.
They were.
At first, they seemed to like each other.
Shut up. Everything is based on his. Well, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Marsh took Cope on a tour of Berlin, and they hung out for days. After Cope left, they continued to write each other,
Oh, they had a bromance.
exchanging letters, fossils, and photographs.
We're starting with what? Wait, hold on. What was that? Photographs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Look at this photograph.
And they were just sending bone pics back and forth.
Oh man, Cope's sending Mars pictures of his bone.
Yeah,
So,
check
Look at
out
this
this
bone I
bones.
found.
Yeah, my bone's bigger.
In a
Look at the
shocking
curvature on this bone. Ah.
This reminds me a little bit of the AC/DC wars, by the way.
In a shocking twist, the gentlemanly non-official scientist returned to the U.S. right after the war ended, and became
Oh,
a member
wow. Who'd have thought?
and became a member of Philadelphia's Academy of Natural Sciences, where he found a mentor named Joseph Leidy, a professor of anatomy at the University of Pennsylvania and leader of the academy. Leidy had found America's first dinosaur in Haddonfield, New Jersey in 1858, a 26-foot long, 14-foot tall beast he named Hadrosaurus. Cope made the second biggest discovery in America in 1866 in the same fossil pit, uncovering a 22-foot, two-legged meat-eater with eagle-like talons and large claws. He called it Lelaps aquilungus, meaning eagle-clawed terrible leaper, known today as the Dryptosaurus.
Wow, that thing got a real, like,
Or
demotion on its name.
This
Well-
renaming things for the modern audience is getting out of control.
I wish they had just stayed with the aqualung, because I heard that somewhere in that, right?
Well,
you?
Mad, the
What?
the
I
one
didn't-
thing, as
I
we'll
didn't
find
hear
out
that.
later, most of the time where the name changes happen, it's because there were multiple discoveries of the same fossils, and whoever named it first gets credit, and that name is what is scientifically accepted. So somebody might have, in the same time period, found the Dryptosaurus and named it the Dryptosaurus.
And gave it the shittiest name ever.
I mean, was the Dryptosaurus the one always with the updates and all the news coverage and, sending out the latest information?
Dude, the Dryptosaurus stuck his dick in crazy, and she gave him something.
And they had a baby called Nocaposaurus,
Oh.
whose rival was the Luluosaurus. No, okay, that's too bad.
All right. So Marsh returned to the U.S. and was subsequently appointed the first professor of paleontology in America at Yale, thanks to his uncle making a large donation to Yale's Museum of Natural History.
I have
Wow.
a gentlemanly scholar with rich heritage.
Marsh, being a trained and educated scientist with a PhD, meticulously collected fossils to prove Darwin's theory of evolution.
Why'd you have to go and make things so educated?
I like Swagosaurus. That sounds like
Swagosaurus is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
I'd take
It-
that name.
Oh,
That's what they called me in
Bonosaurus.
high school, actually. was
Yeah, it's bona
Swagosaurus.
fide Bonosaurus. Get your bones.
He's bona fide. Yep, he's bona fide.
He's got prospects.
Oh, thank you.
I used to watch that movie at least
I
once
went
a
out
year.
on a limb there, and I was like, "Please, somebody catch me."
Yeah.
Where's Punk?
I
mean,
was. The
you are a
obscure
man of
reference.
constant sorrow when you're trying to make a joke that we have to be able to pick up on, Mad. That's for sure.
Well, sometimes you feel like a foggy bottom boy. I mean, soggy. Right?
Oh, okay, then.
All right. So, Marsh had had no family and few friends, and was referred to by a nickname of the Great Dismal Swamp. Yeah,
That's a nickname you can be proud of.
because
Great-
Marsh, whatever. Anyway.
Well, I mean,
So-
I just want to say that I was in Louisiana this week earlier, and that's not a strong positive nickname by any means.
So, based again on their friendship,
Wait, you got a problem with Louisiana?
No, it's just a swamp.
Okay. Better
It
watch
is
yourself.
a swamp.
I like the food there.
You damn right you do.
So, again, since they were friends, Cope actually named an amphibian fossil after Marsh, naming it Teonius marshy. And a
What?
year later,
He's so gay.
a year later, Marsh found a gigantic serpent from the Tertiary period and named it Mosasaurus copianus after Cope.
All
They
right,
were
listen.
They were.
Listen, hold
They
on.
were gay. This
Hold-
is Brokeback Mountain.
Listen, I've said some, and I'm probably done. Well, I've said some gay things on YouTube, right? But never have I named a discovery over after a bro. Like that's too far. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
you can't tell me if you find a dinosaur tomorrow, you wouldn't be like, and that is the Slendersaurus.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Hold on. By next week, when you guys all come back, are you going to be naming some bones that you found at your bro sleepover?
I may have to turn on my camera. Did I ever tell you about the story of the fossil that I found when I was a kid?
Yes, you have.
Okay. And it turned out just to be a rock. And what I thought was the eye socket was just like hole in the rock. It
Hey,
for like 30
as long
years.
as you believed, man.
I did for 30 years until somebody broke my.
And then the magic was gone.
Was that somebody who gets you mad in every year to make up for it?
I'll say yes because I'm not sure.
I'll say yes because I'm not sure.
Because it was definitely a chick.
So, Marsh visited Philadelphia in 1868 to see his friend Cope and his mentor Leedy's work. By this time, Cope had published 37 scientific...
I want him to find another friend named, like, Dr. Seethe.
Cope and Seethe.
Oh.
These are my associates, Cope and Seethe.
So Cope had published 37 scientific papers at this point, despite having no degree, while Marsh, the actual bona fide educated scientist, had only published 2 papers.
It took me a second to get that bona fide.
Yeah, it works on multiple levels.
You could have just let him. You could have just let him hang on that one.
I mean, it's the gift that keeps on giving, right?
Yeah. Well, usually it has to have a nap and a sandwich, but yeah.
I mean,
Keeps on giving.
all good things need a little downtime. You can't just have it all at once.
Here is
forever.
the Mad King. Academic prowess was measured in this era by the number
swing. Sorry, go on.
by the number of papers published.
I shouldn't have laughed at that.
So Marsh asked Cope for a tour of the Haddonfield fossil bed where Cope and Liddy had found their fossils, and Cope happily obliged and introduced Marsh to the workers there. Again, they're still friends. This is in the Magneto and Professor X friendship phase.
They're still they're
No,
bonding.
McCracken. No.
They haven't realized that there's not room enough in this town for both of them.
But there's so many bones.
So back then, paleontologists hired others to dig and buy fossils for them. Marsh was so impressed with the quarry that he paid off the owner to have all future excavated bones sent to him at Yale instead of to Cope and Leedy in Philadelphia. Cope was furious, accusing Marsh of poaching his fossils, and their friendship ended. You know, like Magneto and Professor X. It's all like Mad said. It's all the same. It's history. It may not repeat, but it rhymes.
It rhymes, yeah.
It does.
So things escalated when Cope rushed to publish findings on a new pliosaur species found by an Army surgeon in Kansas, calling it Elasmosaurus. He quickly reconstructed the skeleton, but Marsh realized that Cope had put the skull on the tail end.
Oh no.
His mentor Leedy confirmed the error, and Cope was mortified, publishing a correction and trying to buy back all copies published of the journal that had his findings in it.
That was his Howard Dean moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That just derails all the momentum that he has built up.
So, but his now enemy, Marsh, made sure that the journal remained in print and available so everyone would have it to mock Cope, suggesting that the name Septosaurus or Twisted Reptile would have been more appropriate.
But by the way, we have identified who the bitch is in this relationship, because that's some whole ass. You know what I mean? That's some girl shit.
Yeah, he just
That's
broke
vindictive
dirty.
as fuck.
I'm a scoop your source underneath you. You're just trying to prove yourself worthy, but I'm the actual science guy, not gentlemanly scholar. So you can have all the money in the world, but I'm gonna make you look like a fool in front of
Exactly.
everybody. What
Yep.
a dick!
Yeah, and just to go further into the point you guys are making, Marsh later wrote that when he informed Cope of the mistake, Cope's quote unquote wounded vanity received a shock from which it has never recovered, and he has since been my bitter enemy. Marsh completely left out the part where he snaked the fossil pit out from under Cope,
Yeah,
starting
the
the whole
context
feud.
would have.
What is Slender doing?
Wait. So
Wait,
hold
what
on.
is he, a
So,
Boy Scout now?
wait. So Marsh is the one who doesn't have the education.
I'm still trying to get the Aztec heart removal ritual.
Did you get a merit badge for that?
All right,
Yeah.
Punk.
The-
Marsh is
you
the
can
official
see
bona
Aztec
fide,
merit
and
badges
Cope
right
is
there,
the
look.
gentlemanly
Okay,
scholar.
gotcha. That's
Their
what I
merit
thought.
badges
I
were a
just
little
confused.
different, but same difference.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. I get them kind of mixed up. Who are we rooting for?
At this point we're rooting for Cope because Marsh is being a dick. He's making sure that journal stays in print. He's not letting everybody know he was trying to buy the fossils out from under Cope. when
He's not being a bro.
Yeah, he's not being a
Not-
bro.
Not at all.
Yeah, remember, like, Cope was like, Marsh said, "Hey, Cope, you're getting all these cool fossils. Can you give me a tour of where you're getting them?" And Cope was like, "Yeah, bro, let's
Yeah.
go up and do this."
No,
And
I'm
he
using
takes him on the
Took it?
tour, and then Marsh was like, "Fuck you, I'm buying out all these fossils and taking them from you." Cope and seethe.
Wow, I'm sorry. You're a gross poor person. Get good.
My uncle, who's a rich banker, gives me all the money that's why I'm the only official paleontologist in America.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, you don't have enough bones." Sound like a skill issue.
All right. So in 1870, Marsh, with all the funding he had available, led an expedition to the bone fields of Kansas, now accessible to new railroads, but dangerous due to tensions with Native Americans, particularly the Sioux. He was escorted by cavalry and guided by other peaceful tribes, and Marsh's group also included Buffalo Bill Cody.
No shit. On his way to Deadwood.
Yeah. So they faced harsh conditions marching over burning sandhills with no water, saved only by rainfall they drank from their hats. Native American guides initially tried to stop Marsh from digging, believing the petrified bones were remains of extinct race of giants. But Marsh, using his
Nephilim.
scientific knowledge, convinced them by comparing a jawbone to a horse's, and so they understood and began bringing fossils to his camp.
Horse shit. He just held him at gunpoint.
Marsh, who was also a shameless self-promoter, brought a Harper's reporter with him to document the journey
In song.
in print. The reporter noted the Sioux's campfires getting closer, signaling their displeasure, and Marsh's expedition was able to find bones from the Cretaceous period, including a giant turtle fossil. While others were worried about the approaching Sioux, Marsh focused on getting the turtle to his museum in New Haven, which he did before they were attacked.
It's a fucking turtle. You have turtles. We still
Is
have
it-
them today.
How big was that turtle?
I don't know. It doesn't describe it.
Big enough to make an impression?
I guess, yeah. I mean, it would have been probably, in theory, a big old turtle.
Yeah, probably
turtle
a carnivore
yeah.
turtle who attacks people and then points at the shark and goes, "It was him."
Brahma Bull says the Gamerasaurus.
Okay.
Remember the turtle, because that's the turtle from the old Godzilla movies, Gamera.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was if he was on the show right
Can
now,
I
we
move
would've
him
moved
down in chat?
Yeah, maybe you can do that in the Spro sleepover. You can move
Give
his
his letter.
you can move his sleeping bag down.
But it's going to be attached to mine. I mean, wait.
Wait, what is this?
Well, no, we're going to make it like a tent. Is what I meant.
You're gonna be pitching a tent with Brahma?
In your sleeping bag?
No, moving on.
Uh-oh. Release McCracken said he found a picture of the Driposaurus. And now I'm scared and checking X.
So, oh no, is it that funny?
Worth it.
You want to share with the rest of the class there, Giggles?
I don't know how to do that.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like the only person who doesn't have that authority in here.
There you go.
Yeah. I was hoping to be a MAGA hat, but I'm cool with it.
I mean, Universal's probably not far off from doing this in a Jurassic Park movie.
I know it. I can't be certain, but like he looks like he's from Philly. You know what I mean?
He does have a little bit of that Philly look to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they were like, "You talking about practice? Talking about practice?"
Talk about a
Like
game.
his Glock definitely has a switch. You know what I mean?
He's like, with those little arms, he's definitely got to hold it sideways.
Yeah.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
All right. So Harper's accounts described Marsh shooting at buffalo herds and taking a head as a trophy. The party also encountered a Native American ceremonial funeral platform with a man and woman's bodies, the man holding a rusty shotgun and a pack of cards. While others were in awe, Marsh insisted on taking their skulls to study the
What
origin
the
of the
fuck?
Indian race. I can't imagine why the Sioux might be pursuing this asshole.
Right? He just if you can't leave anything around.
You know, it's one thing to like, snake your bro who you're just trying to undermine, but then going after a whole, other culture and their sacred relics. I mean, that's kind of like
I mean, I get it though, because they only do it for entertainment, right?
Well,
True.
yeah,
It's like what? No, guys. This I'm just doing this for pleasure. It's different.
maybe if he just took the teeth out to study him and left the rest of them, it'd be
I
okay.
don't think that would be better.
Oh, okay.
No, it still feels like it might be
a little
bit
disrespectful.
wrong.
Yeah. No, you have a point
Also, I mean, were they even skeletorized at that point?
there. Look, I got a scalp, Paul.
What was the word you just said?
Skeletorized. You know, when like your body's you've been dead for so long that you're now like a
Now you look like
skeleton.
Skeletor?
You're now Skeletor?
Yeah. You've been skeletorized.
Okay.
Joke's on you.
Every time I'm on this channel.
Especially when it's Skeletor, the joke's always on you.
Until next time.
That's not. Nope.
That was more meatwad.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You know what I mean? Like he gets it. He's seen the meme. That's the
No,
voice I
he
use.
can actually do the voice. You cannot.
Yeah, I can. I'm Skeletor. Until next time.
Yeah, it sounds like a bad Venture Brothers knockoff.
At least he stayed with the Adult Swim theme, right?
Yeah, I guess.
What we had in the story? We just lost 3 people because Imp talked.
Yeah, so Marsh. So after taking the Indian skulls, Marsh staked his claim to the fossil fields of the West, establishing a fossil trust fund for Yale. His biggest find out of this expedition was a finger-like bone from a pterodactyl with a 20-foot wingspan. Cope also wanted to journey to Kansas but struggled to raise funds as the Academy of Natural Sciences in Philadelphia saw no need for these expeditions. So he used his own personal inheritance to fund his trips, entering Marsh's fossil hunting turf. So he was taking it to, he's trying to do the same thing to Marsh that had been done to him. Yeah, because remember, Marsh
You see
came
this,
in,
by the way?
Oh,
Chat
yeah.
gets me.
Nobody gets you.
What?
Oh, that's not. Yeah, it's mad. Your Skeletor voice is. You might as
Perfect.
well do. If Skeletor was the Pope's exorcist, you might be closer.
Haha!
What?
I'm a Skeletor.
What?
So Punk is doing pretty good with that. Anyway, So Cope wanted a journey. So Cope discovered ancient reptiles like pliosaurs and mosasaurs, describing them vividly with snake-like bodies and paddles, contrasting against Marsh's dry academic writings. One paleontologist called Cope's rapid publishing the equivalent of academic carpet bombing.
Ouch.
In 1872, Cope made an agreement with a government surveyor to equip an expedition to Wyoming, bringing his wife and daughter along for the trip. Marsh had already been there finding early mammal species, but Cope arrived and but when Cope arrived, he found none of the promised supplies, horses, or anything else. So he scraped together a crew, including two of Marsh's former employees,
Oh boy.
infuriating Marsh, who sent spies to track Cope.
Now they have espionage.
Spies.
Yeah. And referring to him as Jones. I don't
As
know
Jones, where does that come from?
I don't know.
Dr. Jones?
That is all I got in here, but maybe it's an Indiana Jones reference.
I think it is. I think we start to know where the legend of Indiana Jones came from.
I mean, just the idea of like trying to get the Pinkertons to spy on your rival. Again, they're doing this for fun. This isn't a science thing yet. This is just them wanting to have fun.
All they're doing is spending money. They're not making any money.
None.
Dude, it's all fun and games until someone loses a bone.
Yeah, so in this trip, Cope discovered 50 species of mammals, fish, and reptiles. At one point, Cope entered a fossil pit after Marsh and found a skull and teeth, describing it as a new species. What he didn't know is that Marsh had planted the bones as a trick.
Oh no. What the fuck?
And this trick remained undiscovered for 20 years.
The long con.
He was waiting. He's like, at any point, I can just like totally destroy your reputation.
The first time Mars is like, oh yeah, well, yo, mama, that skull you found is fake. I put that there 20 years ago. Fuck. I mean, how do you come back from that?
You don't. You just lose.
So at the end of 1872, Marsh, being the complete and dick/tool bag he was, convinced a fossil hunter to send him bones that he had previously promised to Cope, including a bird with teeth named Ichthyornis, a key link between birds and dinosaurs. Cope, who was unaware of the deception, returned a box of fossils sent to him by mistake. So when he actually got the fossils and they were meant for Marsh, he didn't realize those were ones that he should have gotten, and he sent them back. Poor Cope. He's just too honorable.
Cope, yeah, he just seems like a good guy that is in over his head. Probably because he put it on the wrong end of the dinosaur.
Yeah, so Cope so right after Cope returned the bones that actually were promised to him, Marsh actually angrily wrote about Cope and indicated that that he was committing transgressions and demanded more bones be sent to him.
I mean, this guy
Did it work?
Yeah.
I also love the idea they're not even going out there anymore.
They're just trying to. Yeah. Oh, who'd you send out to get bones?
Send me some bones.
I'll pay you more for your bones. I've got a higher bone density ratio of money.
I don't understand. The people that I pay to do the work for me has started working for somebody else for more money. Is there no loyalty anymore?
The bone game is harsh, man. The bone game is harsh. So after 6 months, Cope returned.
By the way,
home.
I don't know what they were doing on that TV series, but they got all of it wrong.
Yeah.
Bones?
Some would argue that it's the better Deschanel sister. Some would argue not, but
I didn't even know it was the Deschanel sister.
Yeah.
Did you know that their mother was married to a famous cinematographer and was the wife of Ed Harris in The Right Stuff?
No, I did not.
Yep.
But at least they got to.
She got the part because her husband was the cinematographer for the movie.
That kind of sounds like Katie Seagal, only her career lasted much longer.
Yep. So Cope returned home 6 months later, broke, and the two began exchanging angry letters.
What the fuck? A bone in the hand is worth two in the bush. Actually, you know what? That kind of works.
I mean, Matt will be able to tell us after this weekend.
What is happening? I haven't been keeping up with these two conversation back and forth.
So Brahma indicated that he's going to create an OnlyFans to live stream your activities.
Oh, true. Moving on. Sorry. I thought it was something I was unaware of.
All right. So Cope continued cranking out papers at an incredible pace, whereas Marsh maintained.
That's because we're sponsored by Manscaped.
Marsh maintained his methodical writing.
I think you have a different sponsor.
Sorry, Chad. Go on.
So Cope at this point sent a telegram to name a rhinoceros-like creature with 3 blunt horns and tusks. He named the Ebiacilius.
Wait, what did he name it?
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Eobasileus. So that's I'm trying to.
Basil?
Basileus is what I would.
Eobasileus?
Eobasileus.
Well, that's not helping me.
That's why I'm pronouncing Eobasileus. Basileus. Yeah.
Could y'all imagine if I was the one trying to read this shit?
Yeah. So Marsh, who had found the same fossils but hadn't published it yet, described a similar creature in a paper, calling it a Dinoceras, and creating a new
that one felt lazy.
And creating a new order of mammals, Dinocerata. He attacked Cope's Ebosilius, calling it a mythical beast without seeing Cope's work. It turned out Joseph Leidy had already named a similar animal, Unitherium, earlier, so both were the secondary discoverers.
Oh, snap.
But Cope's Eobasileus was later recognized as a species that was 8 to 10 million years younger. But the public dispute appalled scientists, leading Leidy to leave paleontology entirely in 1873.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go into a more serious field of scientry.
Mm-hmm.
So Marsh.
Are we washing hands yet? What year is this?
1873.
Okay, we're not washing hands yet, so I'm going into surgery.
So Marsh started taking Yale students west to look for fossils, and he charged them 15. He charged them.
I shouldn't have laughed at that.
In 1873, he charged these students $15,000 each to travel west.
Shut
for
up!
Fossils,
Wow.
And again, they're not going to get a PhD.
Yeah, a gentleman's game of looking for. Let's find the bones and put them together. Also, you pay me lots.
Yeah. Lauren, come find the bone that may be hidden in my trousers.
What bone is in my pants? In my pockets is.
So that was the equivalent of 200.
Go on.
That was the equivalent of $200,000 in today's money.
I'm sorry. He charged these students $200,000 to go dig up bones.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the extra tuition. They were already having to pay their base tuition too.
So 2 people went.
Yep. So this would actually be his last field expedition, as in the future he relied on local collectors to gather the fossils and would just
and then just let him take all the fucking credit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Both Marsh and Cope then turned to the Badlands of South Dakota, where with gold discoveries in the Black Hills, they had also discovered fossils. Mm-hmm. Marsh actually went with General Custer's army, promising Chief Red Cloud payment for fossils and lobbying for the Sioux in Washington, earning the names Big Bone Chief and Bone Medicine Man.
No.
I want to be the Big Bone Chief.
Man, Barry. Oh, his name is. Hold on. Barry Bone, an intern.
Matt, is that going to be your nickname, Big Bone Chief? Is that what you're going to start? You're going to start calling yourself that?
Decent bone chief.
All right, so
Bone waddle.
at let's see. All right, so while in South Dakota, he managed to load 2 tons worth of fossils and flee before a war party attacked his group.
Leave the fucking bones.
So
Nope,
Marsh
gotta keep those bones.
So
Bag of bones.
after looting their heritage, Marsh did advocate for the Sioux and criticized their mistreatment by the American government.
We stole all your bones.
I only robbed their graves. I didn't do the shit that our government's doing to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. I was funded by education, not the government. It's different.
They were already skeletonized when I took their skulls.
What?
Size no matter. Motion of the ocean. Ocean chief.
Watch out that at your bro trip you don't get draw death by snoo in your game. All right, so by 1875, both men needed to take a break due to financial strain and actually catching up with cataloging all the found fossils they had on hand. Up until
Because
then,
they'd all done such great work up to this
Right.
point.
Because they needed to steal the bones and then figure out how they went together.
That's just so
so up until that point, they had been focusing on prehistoric mammals to work to prove evolution rather than dinosaurs. So they weren't actually looking for dinosaurs; they were looking for missing links. And
I didn't block your fucking email. Did I block your email?
oh, did you?
I don't think so. I don't even know how to do that.
Oh no.
Anyway, all right, so
Sorry, you can go on.
Just anxious of memes.
All right, moving on. In 1876, a Darwinist scientist saw Marsh's horse fossils as proof of evolution. It should be noted the term dinosaur was first coined in 1842 by Richard Owen, but only a few dinosaurs fossils had been found, so there wasn't a large following for paleontology or anything that we would be familiar with today. So dinosaur was coined by Richard Owen, and in 1877, Arthur Lakes, a mining teacher, discovered an enormous amount of fossils in Colorado, initially thought to be whale bones.
Ooh, E. Clay.
He wrote to Marsh, who didn't reply, so Lakes then turned to Cope, who gladly paid for the fossils that had been discovered. Marsh, learning of this, sent $100 to Lakes and more money through a field collector to secure all bones using Jones for Cope. Lake was sent the bones to Marsh and forced Cope to send back the ones he'd received, including the first Stegosaurus remains. So Marsh continued to be an utter tool bag.
Dang.
Sounds like it.
So the Como Bluff dig yielded massive discoveries, including dinosaurs weighing 5 to 7 tons and up to 100 feet tall. Cope secured bones from Canyon County, Colorado, including the two tallest dinosaurs ever, Amphicoelius, over 130 feet tall, included. He wrote that his dinosaurs were bigger than Marsh's.
Good lord.
My bones
That's
bigger than
so
my bones.
petty.
Yeah.
It always comes back to the size, doesn't it?
It does.
It does.
Well, yeah, when it comes to bones,
Obviously.
sounds like Marsh was a size queen.
So Marsh did go on to write.
It sounds like Marsh was compensating for something.
Overcompensating for something.
Yeah, so let's see. Here's by the end of March. All right, where was this one gets a little complicated, so I got to try to figure out where we were. Here we go. In 1878, Marsh had named 10 new dinosaur species to Cope's 8. The rivalry just worsened in 1879, with Marsh actually destroying a fossil pit at Como Bluff to prevent Cope's men from finding it.
Wow.
In turn, Cope dynamited his excavated sites to render them useless.
Oh, jeez, for science.
For
So
science!
Cope further accused Marsh of trespassing and stealing and diverting a train.
You will not trespass my bone. Shall not pass.
Yeah, the train had been bound for Philadelphia. Marsh overworked his Yale staff, took credit for their work, and faced higher turnover than expected. Cope, on the other hand, recruited the staff that were leaving after being disgruntled by Marsh. Both were in a rush to name dinosaurs, often using sparse material, mixing bones, or renaming the same species. In 1877, Marsh named Apatosaurus from vertebrae in a pelvis fragment. In 1879, he named Brontosaurus from partial remains, later on finding a fuller skeleton.
I know that one, Brontosaurus.
Yep. In 18 so
Brontosaurus.
however the Brontosaurus and Apatosaurus were actually the same species, and since the Apatosaurus was named first, the Brontosaurus was the name that was deemed invalid, and that's
But-
when everybody had to learn a new
The fuck we
favorite big
did.
dinosaur.
Yeah, it's still a brontosaurus as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
There you go. Cope called so the since the so the Brontosaurus name became invalid in 1979 when it was confirmed they were the same species, requiring all museums to change their exhibit titles to the Apatosaurus.
Looking down from bone heaven, like, yeah, that's right, bitch.
Oh,
Change
you
that
know what?
name.
Brontosaurus seems more fun to say than Apatosaurus. Though.
It really
It is the same thing that they did to Pluto.
Yep. That's something you can discuss at the bro sleepover.
Yeah.
Take a few gummies and then go for it.
Man, you trying to get me killed?
Get you giggling and calling Brahma in the same room. So Cope caught this mistake, mirroring Marsh's earlier ridicule of Cope's Elasmosaurus error. Marsh renamed Cope's Laelaps as Dryptosaurus in a
I'm
footnote,
not highlighting that one.
claiming the name was already used. So Cope then pointed out that Marsh's Titanosaurus was also a name that had previously been used, forcing Marsh to rename that.
Now they're using the names again?
These are catty little bitches that are just going to keep calling each other out left and right.
Jeez, like, oh god.
No, I use the European spelling of. I use the
How?
OU.
I just want to revisit something to say that I don't remember Professor X or Magneto getting this petty.
Right? Like all of theirs was based on actual philosophical differences in
Right.
the way that they view humanity and the world. And these two are like, bitch, I found it first.
You can't have my bones. I'm gonna explode my bones before you
Damn
can
it.
have my bones.
Damn it, Charles. I told you I named him first. He is Laser Eye, not Cyclops. And what did you name Jean? Oh, we called her Marvel Girl. Fuck you. What did you call her? Jean.
Toad.
And what about the big fat guy? We both agreed Blob. There was nobody disagreed.
You have a what?
You have a
Oh,
rapist
rapist. Sorry, misread that one. I was like, I didn't know Epstein was known for his wit. We can go on.
The rapier didn't see this.
You know, What's the difference? You know, a rapier and I'm just gonna drop this one for now. Yeah.
What do you need to?
Why'd you start it?
Shad University has lots of videos if you
No,
want to know
no,
the difference.
don't say mean things when he drops it right there. He's learning.
True. I guess we should reward good behavior.
But this is going to be like Jurassic Park. Punk Waddle never makes the same bad joke twice. He learns. Clever girl.
Next, he's gonna be opening doors.
What? I can't.
Alan.
Can penguins open doors?
No, not that we know of. All right. So they had managed in this time period.
Have they died yet?
We killed each other.
So Marsh and Cope averaged 20 names for every individual one new species they actually found,
Wait.
with Cope's rapid naming leading to most of the errors.
Tataracotores. Telebetaphorios. Tenatuducios. Like some of those aren't even words, Cope. Shut up.
Just like, and J.K. Rowling later
Latin,
was
bitch.
like, "This is what we're gonna do, guys.
It's a dead language. We can just make it up.
Expellium." In 1877, Cope bought the American Naturalist Journal, publishing
Okay.
and then proceeded to publish 76 papers between 1879 and 1880, and 1,400 over the rest of his life, increasing known dinosaur species from a handful to over 100, even though many of these turned out to be invalid discoveries.
So instead of writing for a paper, he bought the paper and then just published.
By the way,
he wanted.
There's another trope of this show. Newspaper papers involved.
Yep.
Gross. That's only Sherlock Bones.
Elementary, my dear Waddle.
Aha!
All right.
Why did I get put down for that joke?
No, you didn't get put down. He got put up.
Oh, no, that's fair. Okay.
Punk, hate put you in that spot, but love's gonna break you out. What, Mad? You don't know the story of
I know the hurricane.
The man the authorities came to claim? You know that it's Denzel's perfect Oscar bait moment.
Yeah. Did he get it?
He got nominated.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like it wasn't perfect.
No, but he didn't win until Training Day.
And that fella could give me.
I don't know. King Kong ain't got nothing on him. It was a good movie.
All right. Are they dead yet?
No, by the 1880s, Marsh set his aim squarely on ruining Cope, because this is how they do things. They don't care about science anymore at this point.
No, they have not had science on their mind for
Ever?
yeah.
So Marsh used his connections to become the chief paleontologist to the U.S. Geological Survey and head of the National Academy of Sciences. He used a $500,000 budget and Yale funds to move the nation's paleontology center to New Haven, Connecticut, cutting Cope off from government funding entirely.
Good Lord.
Cope's inheritance was now nearly gone, and a failed silver mine investment had now left him broke. He then proceeded to apply to jobs at the Princeton and Philadelphia Zoo without success, forcing him to sell his house, and by 1890, his wife and child had left him, and he lived alone in a small apartment with only his fossils.
Please tell me that
With only
his fossils.
Only
Fuck, that
these-
is sad.
So Marsh then worked to have a law passed stating that all fossils from government-funded expeditions belong to the Smithsonian, including those from scientists who paid their own way, targeting Cope.
But is this after Marsh? Wait, which one died alone in their house with his bones?
He didn't. He wasn't dead.
dead.
He was just living
okay,
alone.
sorry.
He was living
Basically,
sad
his life
life.
was over.
Marsh
Well, it was Marsh, right?
wanted to
Yeah,
remove
no,
his-
it was Cope.
Okay, yeah. So was this? So did he pass the law before or after he married Cope's wife and became his son's new dad.
What are you talking about?
Right? Because like his wife and his son left him.
The petty
Yeah.
rivalry, obviously, he wants to take everything. It's like, kind of like
Oh my God,
King's
Slender.
Hugh Fernand. You took everything.
Punk, did you not notice?
Yeah, he's like, not only did I steal your bones, but your son calls me dad. And I'm giving your wife my special bone.
It's like, I know you called it a patasaurus, but she calls it a brontosaurus. It doesn't matter. I'm burying this bone again.
Wait. Yeah, that's confusing over there, but we'll go with it.
Well, Slender's clever girl.
Yeah.
No, it works.
You don't like being associated with raptors, the smartest of the Jurassic Park dinosaurs?
I'll deal with it, but I don't want to be misgendered.
Oh. All right. So, living alone, he was... All right. So, after Marsh then used his government connections to make it so that he could not actually have any of the fossils.
Oh, no, they
Cope
came
then-
and took his bones?
Yeah.
Nope. Cope then had to go through the time and expense to prove that he had funded privately the fossils that were in the collection of the fossils that were in his possession. Keepman was able to keep them. He then compiled a record of Marsh's misdeeds called the Marshania. He had
The
a friggin'
what?
a manifesto. Marchiania. March ANIA. Marchania. So, and he in 1890 gave them to the New York Herald journalist. This is the newspaper connection of our show again. The paper published a story titled "Scientists Wage Bitter Warfare."
Was there nothing else going on?
Apparently not.
Remember, then it was just a couple years from now that the newspapers got so bored they had to start a war with Spain. So, they accused.
Here's my
Marsh,
dossier on Marsh.
They accused the Marsh of using the USGS for favors, destroying fossils, and plagiarizing his assistant's work. Cope named other scientists as witnesses and angered them. Marsh then retaliated in articles revisiting Cope's Elasmosaurus mistake because he wouldn't let it go. The fight
for alone and homeless.
Fatality.
Can't get no bread with one. No.
Now they're going back and forth in papers.
Yes, and that fight lasted 3 weeks in national papers. The Philadelphia Inquirer said Cope risked losing his University of Pennsylvania job unless he could prove his claims. In 1892, congressional Democrats, led by Hillary Herbert, used Cope's accusations to investigate the USGS, upset over its spending, particularly funding Marsh's book Birds with Teeth.
Also, what a great time the Democrats are being like financially fiscal with spending.
Yes, because birds with teeth.
There, you're no longer being misgendered.
Clever waddle. All right, so this was considered his greatest achievement in proving evolution.
What? I don't like the sound of this.
The phrase birds with teeth became a rallying cry against scientific funding. So much like the current administration, when you find out some of the stuff your government money is going to, the public was like, what the F are we doing spending money on blowing up fossils? So the USGS budget was halved and its paleontology department was completely dissolved.
I'm taking back that McCracken.
I kind of think paleontarded is acceptable for what they've been doing for the last 30 years.
It's clever.
Nice.
Ooh, I like them all.
With the
I'm gonna give that one a like.
Yeah, so facing disgrace and with the department resolved, Marsh was forced to resign. selling his house to fund his continuing research.
Yeah, I did now. I didn't the first time because I'm on a show. I just figured, you were respectful and shit.
Due to poor
You're
record
you're
keep-
my Marsh.
Yeah, so due to poor record keeping, Marsh lost 80 tons of fossils,
Oh,
while Cope's meticulous records saved his collection. That would be because he had proof that he had paid for getting the bones instead of
So-
any government funding.
Yeah, he kept
you're
receipts
saying
and shit.
that Marsh basically screwed himself over by going after the other guy. He created
Cope.
a law that he created a law that basically took everything from him now.
Yeah, because he didn't document. If he had actually documented where like what he was
Yeah.
doing, why the stuff, but he didn't. He didn't document that.
No, I just stole this from Cope here, and I stole this from Cope here, and I paid to steal this from Cope here with government funding.
Marsh boned himself. Are they dead now?
So Cope actually, as Marsh's
Now, yes. At this point in the story, no.
as Marsh's fortunes continued to decline, Cope's rose. He proceeded to join the Texas Geological Survey and became a professor of zoology at the University of Pennsylvania.
Which was located in Texas?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, no.
I mean, how many kids were taking his zoology class? He didn't have to get out there
Oh, true.
too often.
Did he get his wife back?
He didn't lose his wife because he's.
Wait, who? I'm getting these two confused.
Cope.
Which one do we like?
We like Cope.
Okay.
Cope was not married, I think, at the time. Oh no, he was. His wife had already left him at this point.
I wonder why.
So Cope, after the newspaper articles, Marsh stepped down as head of the Academy of Scientists.
Why? Sorry, go on.
But Cope's fortunes also fell as he became ill, lost possessions, and had to sell his fossils to survive. Marsh, also financially struggling, begged Yale for his salary, saying that he was suffering from kidney disease.
Wait, but that doesn't get you a job.
I'm dying. Save me.
Well, I mean, you think about it, we don't have to pay him for that long.
Unless he forged the documents.
So Cope decided to self-treat himself for this illness.
Always smart.
And did so with morphine. Because you could
Get the
just
job done.
Just get that back then. So artist Charles Knight contacted Cope to help him recreate dinosaurs in illustrations. So
While he was high on morphine. That's how you get Dreamcatcher.
Yep. These images would influence Arthur Conan Doyle's 1912 novel The Lost World. No correlation to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that was the stop motion one.
Yeah. So Cope died in April 1897 at the age of 56, still hiding notebooks under his bed to keep them from Marsh.
What the fuck?
So that
Boy is living rent free.
I suppose. Cope also donated his skull to science to prove his brain was larger than Marsh's.
No, fuck off, Chad.
That's a.
His skull still remains at the University of Pennsylvania to this day.
Okay,
Oh, and
but was
he
it
made sure
bigger?
he also made sure that March didn't, take it before or after it was skeletarized.
But wait, hold on. But was it bigger?
It doesn't have that information.
What?
So, because Marsh eventually died in 1899 at age 68 from complications with pneumonia. Marsh had, Marsh had won the Bone Wars, naming a total of 80 new species to Cope's 56, including the Apatosaurus, Stegosaurus, Allosaurus, Diplodocus, Triceratops, to name a few.
I mean, you named one that any of us knows.
You don't know Allosaurus?
I was gonna say I knew all of those. What are you
You
talking
don't know
about?
Stegosaurus? You don't know Triceratops?
That's the one I knew.
Then how did you not know? What about Diplodocus?
Oh, the Diplodocus? Yeah,
It's like a small brontosaurus.
of course. Everyone knows. It's the camel of dinosaurs.
You're the
taking
camel
that
of
awful
dinosaurs.
hard. Yeah.
Some say it's never mind. I already forgot the name of it. Diplodocus?
Diplodocus.
Oh boy.
Say what you will about the end result for them personally, their feud did advance paleontology by discovering 130 plus dinosaur species, many prehistoric mammals, fish, reptiles, and birds, with collections still valuable today. However, it did damage American paleontology's reputation in Europe for decades.
Why?
And because it's like Europe is like we open it up, we train you guys one time and look what you do.
One time.
Yeah. So with many fossils being destroyed to keep them from the other, so they destroyed America's reputation as a paleontology country, and they also further destroyed the reputation by trying to attack each other while they were supposed to be colleagues and destroying their stuff. It's crazy.
Wow. That's a hell of a story.
These things happen.
You did a great job with the names. Probably, on par with what I would have done, I would assume.
Oh yeah, you've done just as well, I'm sure.
Yep.
Well, that was fun. No telling what's gonna happen next week, but actually, let me check a calendar. You guys got anything coming up?
We have the Ascend and Art podcast Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. After we took a week off. It was
Yeah,
interesting.
we did take a week off.
Mad, is this your bro sleepover weekend? Are you not available?
Yeah,
Are you-
I will be out of town doing bone things, hiding bones from Brahma.
And bones in Brahma.
Is this Sherry? This looks like a Sherry thing.
I don't know. I blocked her.
Of course.
This is the gentlemen on their way to conduct the Bone Wars in their super secret bro sleepover, with Punkwaddle there to observe.
I'm just glad I got the bone
Observe,
king.
film, 6 of one, half dozen the other.
Okay, hold on.
Why does Mad looks very satisfied with himself in this picture too? It's excellent.
Accurate. So no, all right. Listen, it was a wreck, and it was in one of those areas where like the city, I think, had the road. The county was like the ditch, and there was like something else going on with like federal property or some shit. And so everybody was debating on who has to take it because bits of the car was everywhere. Well, his torso is in the ditch, so that's clearly county.
He's like, Mad's like, joke's on you. I already moved all the body parts. We're good. It's like, this is the line. It never crossed county line. That's the sheriff's issue over there.
Wait,
It
not
like
me,
I've always
Sherry.
said, sometimes you have to plant evidence to buy time to find the evidence.
And okay, continuing.
That's it. This is words to live by.
Yep. Slender, are you doing an arcade this week?
Sure, at some point.
Yep.
Punk, you got your regular stuff?
Yeah, I got my usual positivity and PSAs and such.
Jeez, we're never doing we're never gonna do a story that can be whatchamacallit. I'm tired.
Boned?
No, what's it called?
Memed? Euphemized?
No, euphemized.
You like a euphemism?
No, fucking puns. God damn it. We're not doing another pun heavy story.
Yeah, sure.
Do
we're
you
not.
know? Do you see the crowd we have in chat?
Yeah. Guess who's not coming back next week if I can figure out how to block people?
Give the people what they want.
Smegma.
Give them. Let them eat smegma.
Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks Eric K and Anonymous for your donations. That's going to help out on the trip. If we don't see you back here, we'll see you way up there. Say goodbye to my wife. I'll say hello to yours if you're not being beamed up.
You're being beamed
Beat
down.
down.
If you can't be savory.
Be delicious.
Delicious.
If you're not grabbing noses.
Grabbing
I'm not
hoses.
saying that one.
No, you're grabbing buttholes.
Oh. Nope,
I
not
have
saying that one.
standards. I have
Yeah.
standards.
Even my own.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Machiavelli production.
Listen now, Mr. Kansas Law Dog. Law don't go around here. Savvy? Yeah. Yeah, that's real good, Law Dog, because law just don't go around here.
They keep on calling me, want me to put it down. Oh, baby, run to me, don't go from smile to frown. Hey, law dog, law don't go around here. And I say, hey, law doggy, law don't go around here. You're no daisy at all. And I say, hey, law doggy, law don't go around here. You're no daisy at all.
I want you to know it's over.